Australian authorities have reauthorized the partnership between Emirates and Qantas for another 5 years. But what does this mean for the airlines and for their passengers? I'm Bernd, Debusmann, and this is Shayan, Shakeel, and you're watching Inside AB. So, Shay, you're a resident aviation expert at Arabian Business. What does this mean for Qantas and for Emirates that they can continue this partnership for another 5 years?
Well, what this means is as Qantas pulls back from its Dubai hub to operations through Singapore, what this will allow Emirates to do is, gain a lot more organic traffic from Dubai, especially as it partners with Fly Dubai to capture all that stream coming in through this region. What it'll allow Qantas to do is gain traffic in Southeast Asia, which is a really heavily trafficked air travel market. So both those airlines will continue to grow in those respective areas, but they'll also continue to remain allied, so they can tap into each other's networks, passengers, strengths, until something else happens after the alliance.
Interesting. So from a passenger perspective, for example, us or other people that want to travel on these airlines, what does it mean in terms of choice and cost, I suppose?
Well, right now you'll have a lot more options. Obviously, you can still fly on Qantas to Australia. You'll see a lot more flights from Emirates onwards because Emirates is obviously inducting a lot more planes into its new fleet. Those planes are more energy efficient, can fly further, faster, and they'll have a lot newer amenities in terms of what you can get on board. So you'll have a multiple range of options going forward, and I mean that will only continue to grow. And obviously from a cost perspective, more options means more affordability, more competitive pricing.
And yesterday we were talking a little bit about how this is good for Emirates in terms of it being able to sell more business and first class seats. Could you explain that a little bit?
Well, the idea is that long-haul traffic is great for premium cabins, which are business and first-class cabins. Obviously, there are a fewer number of people that want to sit in those premium cabins when they're going on short-haul flights, which are usually about 4 hours or less. The further you travel, you'll have a lot more traffic that wants to sit in more comfortable, convenient settings, and which is why business class and first-class ticket sales on long-haul flights are significantly higher. With Emirates being able to fly such long distances, it will be able to tap into that business and first class demand.
That's interesting. So Shay, I've seen a lot of buzz in the news and on social media in the last couple of days about this new direct London to Perth flight, which is also extremely long in my opinion. But it's creating a lot of attention. Could you explain the significance of that for passengers and for the airlines?
Well, it's interesting that you mentioned that it's extremely long, because it would have been longer when you stop in Dubai on the way. Now, Qantas benefits from this sort of a flight because it's a lot of its passengers would want to fly directly to the UK and not have to stop over in Dubai. Emirates wanted passengers to stop over in Dubai because then it would get those tourist dollars, that additional revenue from passengers stopping over. Now, with this the new direction that this alliance has taken, and we have to remember that all airlines are eventually, at the end of the day, competitors with each other. Emirates would like to keep passengers coming into Dubai, so it's going to be taking passengers from Europe directly to Australia on board its own aircraft. What it's looking to do is try to tap into passengers that are flying Qantas from Southeast Asia into Australia and then take those on board Emirates.
That's interesting. For me, too long a flight. But,
yeah, I mean, it is a super long flight, yeah.
Well, and thank you for your insight, Shayan. That's very interesting. Now, you're watching Inside AB. We're live every weekday at 10 a.m. Remember to subscribe and to comment down below. Thank you for watching.